Welcome to 10 and a Half Ideas to Increase Profits for Street Fair Vendors, presented by AsSeenInMichigan.com. This webinar is based on the book Festival Profits, the Guide to Making Money at Street Fairs and Festivals by Andy LaPointe. Andy has gleaned this knowledge from years of selling award-winning Traverse Bay Farms products at street fairs and exhibitions. Andy also uses his marketing expertise as a partner in AsSeenInMichigan.com. And we'd like to thank your event coordinator for making this available to you. As your success and profits grow, so will theirs. So, let's get started. Your product. Is it appropriate for the place, the climate, the season, and the audience? For example, we wouldn't recommend selling ice cream at a winter festival, or hot chocolate in mid-July, or rap music at a country music jamboree. The key is to research your audience, your location, and the flavor of the event. Who comes to this event, and why? Your world. Well, when you select your booth, location, and space, you now take control and ownership of that space. If your world is a 10 by 10 outdoor space, you have 100 square feet to manage. If it's inside, you might have a table or two. Regardless of your product, you are competing for visitor dollars with every other vendor at that event. Your goal is to stand out and maximize your profits. Let's talk color. You want to be the one red canopy in a sea of white. Never use a team logo or colors. You might love them, but not everyone does. By the way, the color red is not the key. Being different, that's the key. If you're selling an indoor table, skirting or table coverings can really be an opportunity to stand out. A neat and tidy space is very important. Don't leave half-eaten sandwiches, bottles, bags, and trash around. Keep your space attractive and inviting. To make your space more open and inviting, keep the sides up on your canopy so it's not an enclosed space. You want it to be open, airy, and inviting. Don't display too much of your product. Keep it neat and organized. Not only will that help present your product, but it helps you keep an eye on your inventory. Identify display space to promote your business. We'll have more on that in just a minute. Your bait. Color certainly helps you stand out. Let's talk about the 50-yard view. How and when your potential customers might first notice you. Wouldn't it be great if, as they were walking into the festival, there was a sign directing them directly to your booth? Well, using height, depending on your venue, a sign, a flag, a balloon, a tall pole, the kind of thing that becomes a landmark that points directly at your booth. For example, the Back to the Brick sign at the 2014 Autorama show at Cobo Hall in Detroit became a landmark for everybody who attended. The Traverse Bay Farms booth sported a tall street sign to point the way. Another bait is a free sample of your product. Another way to draw attention is a door prize or drawing. Let's talk about your signage. Most festival booths and tables don't have meaningful signs. We think a sign is very important. It is a way to tell a potential customer who you are and what you offer at a glance. So, what's on the sign is of the utmost importance. Simple, straightforward, and right to the point. Author Andy LaPointe, who wrote Festival Profits, sells salsa. So his sign, as you can see, simply says Salsa Bar. It is who he is. It's what he is, and it's what he sells. Potential customers know that at a glance. Be specific with your sign. Place a sign on your canopy or as high as possible if you're inside. Now, a couple examples of a waste of signage. Everything 50% off. Or fun and sassy. Well, the first one says that the vendor really can't get rid of the product, so he's marking it down. But we don't know what the product is. The second one doesn't really tell us anything. What can't be fun and sassy? It's just too generic. Your story. A good creation story should be information-packed and concise. Your creation story should have only 3 bullet points and take you less than a minute to deliver. The the classic elevator speech. Your story needs to be engaging. What are those 3 points? Well, for Andy LaPointe's apple butter, for example, his points are 1, it was his grandma's recipe. 2, his grandma taught him how to make it. And 3, we make it the same way as grandma. So what do you think your creation story is? Well, here are a couple questions you might use to get started in creating that creation story of your products. 1, how did you get started? 2, where do you get your product or material? And 3, what is your inspiration? There you go. Now you have a creation story. How do you use it? Well, when someone approaches your booth or table, you don't say, "Hey, how you doing?" or "Nice day, isn't it?" No, you have a crafted opening question already that leads right to your creation story. For Andy, his example is, "Hey, would you like to try my grandma's secret apple butter recipe?" Your product should always be the center of your focus. Pre-promotion. Joint venture with a local merchant. If you attend the same street fair yearly, you probably have met some local merchants in the town. Contact them to see if you can place your flyer in their store. And in return, you'll pass out one of their flyers to your customers at the festival. Place flyers at public sites in the community, grocery stores, convenience stores, coffee shops. Place a display ad in the local newspaper or shopper, maybe coupon books to announce your presence. Your fries. You want fries with that? How many times have you heard that, huh? It's the classic upsell line. You sold a burger and you ask them if they want fries with that. You make more money, and it can work that exact same way in your booth. So, what are your fries? Maybe it's a coupon. Offer an instant savings coupon. Let's say your average selling price for your product is $20. You could offer a $5 coupon. So when they purchase over $50, they get to use that $5. This will encourage people to buy more from you, and you'll probably soon find that people will simply add additional product just to get to that $5 discount coupon. Your wow factor. Mirrors and product samples. Let your customers see what they will look like in that hat, t-shirt, or scarf that you sell by strategically placing 1 or 2 or even 3 mirrors around your booth. Let them taste your apple butter. Wow, that is the extra that the customers are looking for. Once they taste your products, your odds of making a sale increase dramatically. And that is a wow. Your neighbors. As we mentioned earlier, other vendors are your competition, but in some ways you are also in business together. Get to know them. Find out what they sell, where they sell, and what has worked for them. You might be amazed at all you will learn. They may know of a festival or a venue that you haven't heard of yet. Your follow-up. Your follow-up is part of your self-promotion during the event. Find a way to harvest email addresses to follow up with your visitors and customers. It's a great way to sell your product year-round. So how do you do that? Well, one way to collect an email address is to offer a free report, a free recipe, or some information that positions you as an expert. Another way is to offer a coupon on their next order delivered to their email address. You could even create a newsletter about your product or your company to offer specifically for this purpose. You trade an email address for the information. It's as simple as that. And now it's time for your half an idea, the trash can attraction. Place a trash can, nice and clean, in front of your booth even if you don't offer food. You could even put one behind your table at an indoor event. People are always looking for a way and a place to dump their trash. And you are looking for foot traffic. Countless people will stop to throw trash away, and many will take time to check out your booth. And finally, your business will be seen as a good citizen for keeping the area clean. Thanks for taking this 10.5 minutes for our 10.5 ideas to increase your profits. There are more great ideas and suggestions in Andy LaPointe's book, Festival Profits, The Guide to Making Money at Street Fairs and Festivals. AsSeenInMichigan.com has a free copy of this book for you. All you have to do is visit the link on the screen or ask your event coordinator for a link. And while you're visiting AsSeenInMichigan.com, check out our photos, our event listings, our business directory, and sweepstakes. It's all part of the marketing concept at AsSeenInMichigan.com.